Today's video is all about habits, the good kind. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed and watched and shared my videos. I could not do this channel without your support, and I just wanted to take a quick minute to thank you so much for having my back and for supporting me and for finding value in what I am presenting to you. Like I said, without you, I wouldn't have this channel. So please feel free to comment in the comment section below or DM me on any of my social media accounts. I'll have them all listed below. And let me know if you have a specific question or a concern or something you just want to talk about that is music business related. Again, I can't thank you enough. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about habits. Now, I know we all have habits, some of them good, some of them not so good, but working with so many artists in the music business, I have found the artists who are the most successful and the people who are really achieving things at a quick pace are ones that do these 7 things. So I wanted to share them with you today because I really think that if you can find a way to work all of these things into your daily life and really create habits out of doing them, you will become as successful in the fastest way possible. Okay, number 1, they treat it like a job. Sometimes it's hard to actually think of the thing that you're doing in music as an actual job. I totally get it. You know, you get up, you kind of do some stuff around the house, maybe you have a gig that night, maybe you have a writing session. You just kind of tend to get lazy sometimes and you don't really focus on the fact that this is going to be your career and you might need to put in the amount of hours that anyone else would put into any other kind of career. So definitely remember every single day that if this is something you want to achieve and you really want to have a growing career in the music business where you make a really good income and you can support yourself and maybe a family one day, to treat it just like a job, because at the end of the day, isn't that what you're hoping it will become for you? Number 2, to go along with the last one, treating it like a job also means that you need to wake up early and sometimes stay up late. Now, by this I mean a lot of times as musicians, we're out doing gigs or, you know, you're at a party late or at a networking event or something like that, and it's your instinct to want to sleep in the next day. But if you had a 9-to-5 job, and maybe you do, where you have to get up every single morning at 7 a.m., you have to become regimented like that. So even if you don't have a day-to-day job that you do every single day that you have to be at a certain place, set your alarm earlier because you're going to accomplish so many more things in your day. Think of how many more emails you can send, how many more songs you can learn, how many more venues you can reach out to, how many more coffee dates you can take if you set your alarm a little bit early. And on the other end of things, a lot of times musicians and artists are most creative at night. So this means if you get a lot of your business and your work out of the way during the day, it will allow for a little bit of time at night to sit back, maybe work on a new song, maybe come up with some ideas, make a list of things that you want to do the next day. And just remember that if this is something you really want to do, there are other artists putting in just as much time, if not more time than you are. So why not use all of the hours in your day? I recently saw this quote and I thought it was really interesting because it said, remember, Beyonce has the same amount of hours in her day as you do. And that struck me because when you think of Beyonce and all the things that she's doing, achieving, she has a family, she has a career. Granted, I'm sure she has a lot of help, but she still has the exact same 24 hours in her day, just like you have. And if she can accomplish all these things, why can't you? Okay, number 3, they connect the dots. I guarantee you that you know somebody who can help you advance your career. I find so many times that I get messages and comments from people going, Jacy, I don't know anybody. I don't know anyone who can help me. How can I start a career in the music business when I don't know anyone? That is not true. You know me. Send me a message. Let me know what you're doing, where you are at in your career. Follow me on Instagram and maybe I'll give you a follow back. By this I also mean if you know of a venue that you really want to play at, or if you know of a studio you really want to record some songs at, find somebody that you might know who might know somebody there. We know so many people, especially with social media these days. It's very easy to find somebody that we might have a connection to. Go on your LinkedIn account, go on your Facebook page, go on your Instagram, see if you have any mutual friends with any of the people you're hoping to connect with, because It's very simple to ask for an introduction. If you say to your friend, hey, I would really like to connect with so-and-so, would you mind making an email connection for me? A lot of times people are more than happy to do that because it helps them as well. Everyone's trying to grow their own network, and when we can help other people connect dots, it in turn helps us. So just remember to look into your inner circle before you go saying you don't know anyone, because chances are, even if it's a few degrees away from that person, you probably know the person or know a person who knows the person that can help you. Number 4, all people that I know who are in the music business that are successful use their time wisely and know how to schedule their lives. Now, by this I mean it's very easy to get distracted, okay? We go online and we say, okay, today I am going to look up local venues that are looking for entertainment. We get on Facebook, we start searching for those things. The next thing we know, we're off on so-and-so's cousin's friend's sister's page looking at the dress she wore to her sister's wedding. Okay, I get it. I do that too. But if you schedule your time wisely and you say, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., that is going to be the time when I am searching for venues. From 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., I have coffee with this person. Make sure when you're scheduling your day, you do treat it like a job. If you don't have to be in an office, use your calendar and map out the time that you have to achieve things. And it's going to make you feel more productive at the end of the day if you know I got these 5 things done in this amount of time today. Just remember to schedule, remember to take your calendar seriously, block your calendar out for the certain amount of times during the day that you want to achieve certain things, and you will feel so much more productive at the end of the day, and you'll have achieved so many more things than if you just make a to-do list and go about your day in a lazy way, hoping that you're going to accomplish these things. That won't work for you. Okay, number 5. This is probably one of my favorite habits that I see in successful people, and that is they support their fellow artists. By this I mean they go out to see their shows, they support them on social media, they share their music with their own fan base, they do anything they can to encourage and support and really help their fellow artists advance their career. The reason this is so important is because a lot of times I hear artists say, well, I invited so many people to my showcase or my gig and no one showed up. Well, when was the last time you went out and supported a fellow artist? A lot of times those artists aren't going to come out to support you unless you do it as well. Also, you know, if you share an artist's Spotify playlist or their new single on iTunes, a link to that on your Facebook, chances are when you finally have something coming out, they're going to do the same for you. And it always shows confidence to me when an artist is supporting another artist, because there is enough to go around. There is no jealousy needed. When you're in the music industry, everyone is creating their own art. And really at the end of the day, we all have an opportunity to encourage and lift one another, and that is in turn going to lift us. Okay, number 6, to go along with the last one, they network. People have to be seen to be thought of. I cannot stress this enough. So many people say to me, well, I know so many people. Okay, if you know those people, when was the last time you were in their consciousness? Go out to events and be seen. That is the number 1 way to network. You are in someone's consciousness when you're in front of their face, which means if you see someone at a networking event, at a show, at a party, at a dinner, whatever it may be, the next day, those people are going to wake up and be thinking about the night they had before. Chances are they're going to go, oh, that artist, right, you know what? I would love to book that person here, or I would love to connect that person with this person, or I wonder what that person is doing with their music, let me look them up online. If you are not visible to your network of people, I don't care how well you think you know them, people can only think of people that are in their consciousness. And especially in a town like Nashville or any musical center, there are so many artists all of the time at so many different places. Really, the only way you're going to gain opportunities is to be visible and to be in the consciousness of those people that can help you. Now, side note, if you can't be at a networking event, you have your own gig or something like that. I know we can't always be at the events we want to be at. You can also make yourself visible through social media or emails or phone calls. And by this, I mean, if you see someone post a great status online, comment back to them. Like their post, share their post if you want to, because no matter what you do social media wise, you're going to be in the consciousness of the people that you are connecting with. Also, shoot them an email. Hey, you were on my mind today. Wouldn't it be great to grab coffee this week? Let's catch up. Anything you can do to network and stay visible in the minds of the people who can help you and support you and help to grow your career. Now, the last habit that I want to talk about is a habit that I could do an entire video on, and I recently have done a couple videos touching on that, and that is the most successful artists that I know are in the habit of believing in themselves. And I know that might sound cheesy to you, it might sound corny to say, oh, well, I believe in myself, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. But when I say that, I mean they deeply believe in themselves and they don't allow others to rock that belief in any way. So if you're having a bad day, if you're feeling down on yourself, if you're feeling discouraged, which I know it's so easy to have that happen when we're in the music business, and you feel like others are progressing on, don't ever lose belief in yourself, because the minute you do, all of the other habits that we talked about beforehand are just going to go out the window. You're not going to feel like you are able to reach out to anyone or go to a networking event or even schedule time in your calendar to do the thing that you want, because you're gonna think that it's not worth it. So just remind yourself that no matter what, at the end of the day, if you love the thing you're doing and you love music and you wanna be successful in the music business, believe in yourself, because there is no reason you cannot become successful. I hope these tips and tricks have helped you today, and I hope that you'll develop some of these habits if you haven't already. Now, aside from the habits I just talked about, if you have any other habits that you've developed that have been helping you advance your career, leave them in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell if you want to know every single time I post a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.